I'm the Oklahoman's Brandon Chatmon. This is Justin Harper, the girls beat writer for the Oklahoman, and we're out here at the big house. It's State Fair Arena, and we've just received the Class B girls bracket. And Justin, kind of looking at the girls bracket, what's the first round matchup you're kind of looking forward to?
I like the Varnum-Sentinel game only because Varnum is the upset team to come here. They first time in school history to be here. They beat Lomega by 20, which is the defending champion. Otherwise, there aren't that good first-round games. I mean, they could turn into good games, but everything looks like a mismatch in the Class B in the first few games.
So in Class B, are there just 4 teams that seem like they're heads and shoulders above the other teams that made it?
I think there's only 3. I mean, I think Lomega despite losing by 20 the other day, is by far the favorite. I mean, they're the defending champions. They have 5 returning starters, and they have the experience. And then Kiowa is 27-2. They're very good. But the other teams, you have Surreal and Varnum and Visai, who are all in their first times ever at the state tournament. Sentinel and Sealing were in Class A last year, and now they're in Class B, so that'll help. And then you have Mason, who's the big surprise of being here. So, yeah, I mean, that's just, I think Kiowa and Lomega are really another level above everyone else. It's going to take some upsets to beat either one of them.
And kind of looking at the bracket, are there any chances for an upset in that first round?
You know, no. The only game I could see, the best game would be the Varnum Sentinel, and I don't know which way you'd call that an upset. I mean, Varnum, I guess, because they're sort of the unexpected team, and Sentinel was in the state tournament in Class A. But there's not anything that I see that could be an upset. I mean, if Lomega or Kiowa lost, obviously it'd be a monster upset, but I don't think there's any chance that happens. So.
All right, well, Justin, we appreciate your expertise on Class B girls. Just check in the news, okay? We'll have lots of podcasts, we'll have lots of videos, and we'll keep you on top of what's going on state tournament week here.
Justin Harper with the Oklahoman. We're here with Kevin Llewellyn, the head coach of Lomega's girls in the Class B state tournament, and the last year's state champion. And we're going to start off by talking about what it's like to be the state champion. Lomega's got a great history, as you've helped to educate me on. But when you are the state champion, you have the gold ball. What was that like this season?
Being the state champs from last year and having everybody come back, everybody just expected us to be back in the state tournament. Me and my wife talked about it last night. There were people that didn't even come to our Friday game against Varnum because they just thought they'd come watch us play on Thursday, and then we get beat, and then everybody shows up for last night's game down there against New Lima. So we've taken everybody's best shot all year, and it was good for us, made us better, and I like our chances right now where we're standing.
Well, at the area final, you guys go in and lose your first game since, well, and I don't know how long the winning streak was.
17 games.
And you not only lose, you lose by 20. I mean, it was just a shock all the way around. I'm sure Varnum even was shocked. Some of your players mentioned to me that the crowd acted like they just won the state title, which I guess goes back to what you were saying. Everyone gives you your best shot. But you were perfectly, I mean, if all the motivational things to come with, you took them to the gym, I guess, and showed them a banner. And you've told me, but tell me again the story about this was your sister's team in '88?
Yeah. We went to the gym yesterday for a shoot-around, and we got done, and we were sitting there talking about New Lima and how we were going to defend them. And at the very end, I just told them to all look up there. They'd won it. They went 30-0, and they'd won it in '86, and then '87 they were 27-0, so they'd won 57 games in a row, and they got beat on the Friday of area. And then they came back and won Saturday night, and then won Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and won the state championship again. And they beat the same team that beat them on Friday in the state championship game. So, and I told them, I said, hey, it's not bad. It's a lot better to get beat in area than it is the first round of the state tournament, because then you're out for good. And just a wake-up call, I think. Like you said, 17 games in a row we won. Maybe made us just a little bit more hungry to come out and play a little harder than what we were.
And I think your girls must have really responded to it well, too, because when I talked to Rachel Wilkes, that's the first thing she said. She wasn't talking about what happened on the game or anything, or how she played. She just said, well, Coach did this. And so do they respond well when you tell them about not just some team in the past, not like a story of the movie Hoosiers, it's Omega, right here, people you probably know.
And, and this bunch, they're a really good bunch of girls. I hate And I usually don't do that. I hate to compare them to teams in the past, because it's not fair to them being compared to all those teams, because it's different. That was 6-on-6. This is 5-on-5. It's totally different. But I thought that story kind of fit into what they needed to hear, that they could still go do it, and there was nothing wrong with losing that game, and, we were still on the right track. So,
well, I can't think of a much better situation going into a state tournament than having the team that won the championship last year and 5 returning starters, and Hillary Winter and Kylie
Castoni.
The best. They're great, and then you have Rachel, who maybe the best player in Class B. I mean, do you feel like you're set up as well as you could be?
Yeah, those 3 are really good players. I like the experience. Winning it last year, having them all back, I think that's really going to help us out this year. We won't come in here. Last year, first game of the state tournament, that was our closest game in the first round. We came in here, they were young, sophomores, freshmen, a little bit shell-shocked. This year, I don't see any of that being a problem. And, as far as Kylie, this is probably the healthiest she's been in 2 years right now. She's playing, she's averaging over 20 a game in the playoffs. So she's really playing well, playing good defense. And then Brittany and Samantha Geis are their 2 starters. Brittany Geis, I thought, had her best game of the year last year, especially in the second half. So I think maybe the loss Friday will end up helping us out.
And then you only lose 1 starter from this team, right?
Yeah, Rachel's the only one we lose. Got everybody else back, so...
That's a big loss, but people ought to get used to you being here.
Yeah, I hope.
All right, thanks very much.
Thank you.